All right, welcome to the Lockdown Economy, a social non-profit initiative by the think tank AlterContacts to help small businesses and self-employed professionals to overcome the challenges of the pandemic and to reactivate the economy. My name is Udoh A. Ogune, and today our guest is pharmacist Udoh, who specializes on business development, strategy, and organization design. He is also a consultant based in Abuja. Hello, pharmacist Udoh. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
All right.
Can be part of this program.
All right. It's my pleasure to meet you this beautiful afternoon, sir.
Thank you.
All right. What do you do as a business? How long have you been doing it, and where do you base?
Okay. Yeah. Like you said, my name is Udoh. I'm into business consulting. Actually, our specialty is in enterprise development. How do we make businesses sustainable profitability to last and then to meet the objectives of the business? So that's basically what I do. We also get into do career counseling and management to also help, because inside every individual is an enterprise. So while we're developing organizational enterprise, we also develop individual enterprise. That's what we do with Entafrique Consulting.
All right. Thank you for that brief information about your organization. I would like to ask, do you have employees?
Yeah, we have about 5 employees. Basically, everybody works on consulting basis. We call them associates. They associate with the organization. Sometimes we go into organization and take over the management, turn it around before we leave. Sometimes we go in, consult on this trend and then leave. So that's how we operate.
Okay. Thank you, pharmacist Udoh. How many clients do you normally have?
Yeah, we've had about 10 or thereabout, 10 clients or thereabout, organizations. That's a mixture of organizations and individuals that we will consult with.
Okay.
Before the lockdown.
Okay. What did you do on business front during the lockdown?
Yeah, actually, during the lockdown, of course, businesses slowed down because a lot of businesses were doing brick and mortar. They slowed down. They couldn't do much again. And for us as enterprise developers, it becomes an opportunity for us to see how do we get businesses started in this. As a matter of fact, in Entafrique Consulting, we have been trying to move businesses from brick and mortar to the digital world, but the coronavirus has speed up the space, the space, of this movement. Because what we've been trying to tell a lot of people before this lockdown, trying to leverage technology to be able to, speed up business, improve services, and then improve profitability. But the coronavirus has brought the time that we were looking at shorter than what it was, and it became imperative. In fact, one of my clients had to call me back when I was doing some jobs with him on organizational design and structuring, and I got that finished in December last year. By the time this pandemic comes in, he had to quickly call me because these are the things I've been talking about. They've been dragging. Now it became imperative for us. It's actually a media organization, leadership newspapers. It became imperative for us. One, as a news organization, they can't afford to lock down because people will still need to be fed with, especially still at home. But then, with the social distance handle, newspapers distributed. So it became a problem. And at that point, we moved in and then, implemented the digital platform for the distribution of the newspapers, and that became the in thing. So only few were, will have to be distributed around Abuja. And in fact, before the pandemic, you don't get to hear about leadership outside of Abuja or thereabout, I mean some few not. But because of that pandemic and the adoption of digital technology, we got into Lagos, we got into all over Nigeria, across Nigeria. People were hearing, we're seeing, we're reading the newspapers and all that stuff. So that's how it's been.
That means lockdown, the COVID-19 period has been into your own benefit.
Yeah, for this particular organization, yes, it has also opened up the businesses for them. It has opened up the reach, how they were reaching before. And then, yes, you would say it has also been of benefit to me, because it made my clients to see why we have to adopt what we needed to do. So we leverage technology and reach farther than we could reach. Though now, instead of selling, now it was now being distributed free. The most important thing was for people to get to hear the news. People are not, people are not going out, they are locked in their homes and all that. So we deliver the newspapers into their bedroom. That's what, technology did for us.
Okay. You got the newspaper delivered to their doorstep even without going there.
Yeah, without going there.
That is very, very nice, and that was a very encouraging way of getting information. And I want to ask exactly about your business. How were you able to try to stimulate the business and attract customers?
Yeah, to stimulate the business and attract customers is that because of the nature of our business, we are very futuristic. We look at the future. How do we make our clients more competitive in future? That's why we were talking about technology. And when the pandemic happened, our clients knew who to talk to, so they came to us straight. And during that pandemic, you see, we have to also think beyond the pandemic. What's going to happen? Healthcare. People are going to be sick. How are they going to be accessing healthcare? Do you understand? So we begin to talk about look at e-health and all that stuff, and all that. People don't have to move out again. You can sit in the comfort of your room and you contact a doctor, and then you get what you need to get done. So for us, it's an opportunity for us to think out of the box. How do we leverage the new normal, to business advantage, instead of locking ourselves inside, do you understand, and lamenting? So we begin to think out of the box. What do we do in this situation? How do we leverage technology? So in terms of newspaper distribution, we got it well, we got it fine. Digital newspapers. Then on the website, it was there. The news beats every 3 times in a day. You get new news beats and all that stuff. Then in terms of health, accessing healthcare, we begin to talk about e-health, platform where people could sit in the comfort of their room and then have access to doctors, have access to medicines, have access to healthcare professionals and all that stuff. So those are the things that we've been, thinking about. For the e-health, we still something that we're still really talking about. It's becoming a lot more relevant. And then the online marketing of pharmaceutical products. Do you understand? So these are the things that has, made it good for us. Instead of going down to lament, let's look at ways. How do we leverage technology? How do we become comfortable with the new normal? Because we won't go back. We continue to be forward. So that's been the way we keep re-engineering.
Okay, sir. I really appreciate that. Out of every organization, every business individual, they put in place strategy in order to see certain things working. I would like to know, out of the strategies you've been able to put in place in your business fair, can you tell us the ones that were able to succeed and the one you were unable to accomplish?
Thank you so very much for that question. In our operations, we look at 2 business factors: people and technology, and we leverage those ones well. We try to build organizations that are agile, capable of being able to react fast to uncertainties, because we are in an uncertain market right now, and it's going to be a lot more uncertain. So we try to build people who can respond to issues, leveraging technology. That has worked well for us, especially for our clients that has adopted our mantra of people, technology and strategy. But for some of the other organizations that were not very agile, just want to do things now at this point, at this time it costs, and then now that they're trying to get us to get them started, we have to start building their people. So it becomes a bigger problem. But for some of the other clients that have bought into our mantra, it was easier to move forward and then imbibe new things and then continue the business. But for other clients who were a bit slow in adoption of technology, it became a bit challenging. So that's a challenge that we had. Now, in the knowledge economy, one has to be agile, and that's what we keep telling our clients. We have to be agile in imbibing technology, think out of the box, and then begin to, how do you do things on the go? New normal, things are going to continue to change. So some of my clients that have adopted that, it became a bit easier for them to, to transit into the new normal. But for the other ones who have not adopted the people strategy, it becomes a bit difficult for you to wake up their people, take them from one level to the other, to be able to make them to respond. It became a big challenge. But this COVID-19 has made people to really get to understand the messages that we've been sending.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's take, for instance, if you decide to take off from your business, what do you think might be the reason behind that decision?
If I want to take off?
Yes, sir.
Or if I want to leave my business?
Yes, perfectly.
That's if I want to leave my business. Now, if I want to leave my business, the only reason that will want to make me to leave is probably some bigger opportunities, some bigger challenges that one has to, because, for instance, yes, we are a smaller business, we are not as big. Let's assume someone like a place like MTN say, hey, come, we've seen what you're doing in smaller businesses, come and help us do those things in a bigger place. Do you understand? So we imbibe those challenges. Those are the things that make us move, wherever we can make a difference. Especially, we don't like seeing businesses dying. Sustainability is important for us. So wherever we can see, if it's a big corporation that has employed a lot of people, if they die, a lot of people are going to be thrown into the job market. And look, and you can do something probably to turn it around and keep it stable and sustained. I mean, that could, take me up there while my associates continue with what we're doing with Entafrique.
Thank you for your response so far, sir. Let's see if let me ask you this question, sir. How is your business going right now? How is your business going right now?
Yeah, my business is going well. It can be better because there are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities. Sometimes because of the challenge of the pandemic, a lot of businesses don't have the resources to pay for. So there are some businesses that we do some of these things pro bono, just to see them kick up, get them standing and all that stuff. But a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs are not confident enough to think that we can still salvage the situation. But for those who we have access to and they have access to us, we keep encouraging them. This will pass over, but we need to build new capacities and new capabilities to be able to compete favorably in the new normal, in the new world that is coming up and all that stuff. So that's basically what it is. Because it affects our clients, it also affects us.
Yes, sir, sure. That is true. In every business, we have competitors and we have customers. Do you know how your competitors and your customers are doing right away?
Yeah, unfortunately, or should I say fortunately, in Entafrique, we don't really give so much. It's one of the business rules that we refuse to obey, attention to competition, because we are being driven by a passion. We are being driven by a passion to see businesses succeed. And therefore, the combination of strategies that we have a lot of other people won't have. Because when you begin to look at competition, what you're trying to do is to be able to want to copy what others are doing. You get distracted from what you're doing. Do you understand? But if you're focused and you know where you are going and you do what you need to do, you focus on what you're doing and then do what you need to do. Let competition also focus on what they're doing. So we don't really have to watch, because there's so much to do. I'm telling you, there's so much to do in a particular project to even have time to understand, to see what competition is doing. We're not competing with anybody. We're only competing with ourselves, to become better over and over. Let our clients speak that language and all that stuff. We are fine.
All right, sir. What is the outlook in the few coming months? What is the outlook? Do you think your business will go? What is the outlook on the coming few months?
Yeah, the outlook is positive. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about enterprise architecting, because we're talking about enterprise development. Right now, we are working in some startups. This pandemic has thrown up some startups. A lot of people want to do certain things on the digital world. And then, they're asking, please, can you help us do this, do that, put in this structure for us. So we are involved with a lot of startups right now. So the outlook is going to be better. Apart from startups, the older organizations probably have had challenges. They want to come back to business. So we need to help them, see how they can grow. So there's always opportunities, and the outlook is very bright for us and for other businesses who are able to be agile and be able to move into the new normal.
All right, thank you, Pharmacist Udoh, for that wonderful response and for the response you've been giving so far. I really appreciate you. At this moment, I want you to name 3 things you think you need in order to help you with your business.
There are 3 things that will need. Of course, capital is always there. Capital is always there. Then capacity building is always there. So we have those ones, and then people is the next best thing. And our business is to build people. So we have people, we build them. Capital is there. We'll need capital. We inject capital into what we're doing to acquire some technology to be able to move further, and also some level of treasures and international best practices and all that. That's it.
Right. Thank you, Pharmacist Udoh. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your time, and thanks to everyone who has joined us today. We want you to feel free to contact Pharmacist Udoh using links in the description of the video. I invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. In the coming weeks, we are going to share many more insights with you. Stay tuned.